Cause your vibe it be different. Can shine in your eyes what I'm missing. Your body Ferrari, but your mind is my interest. You finding you'll find in the sky. We gon' ride the ecliptic like a Mercury transit.
Peace, y'all. Today we're Star Card Astrology, and I'm here to give you your daily astrology guidance for June 6th, 2022. Let's get straight into it. So, we have the sun at 15 degrees Gemini today. So, happy birthday to all the Geminis today. You know, awesome day. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it in. So we also had the moon at 29 degrees Leo, which is conjunct the star Regulus. So I always say the star Regulus is really that that star of like royalty, where we find like, you know, that royal essence inside of us. It is at 0 degrees Virgo, but it is still conjunct the moon at 29 degrees. It's 1 degree off. Okay, so really emotionally, I would say that, you know, this is where we'll feel good emotionally and feel like royalty emotionally, as long as we have our life not necessarily figured out, but the details more organized. In Virgo, you know, this is where we kind of need to make sure every piece of the puzzle is there and placed. So if we've been kind of just in disarray, if we've been kind of just, you know, letting things go as they will, you know, this is kind of where we need to like make sure that we, you know, we set a good goals list, and we're checking them off. Even the little things, you know, it's like I run a studio, and, you know, there's things that I can get to help improve my audio quality and help improve, you know, my mixing and all these things, and better equipment and stuff like that. So really, I feel like if we get these things at least lined up and in order, you know, we can feel a lot better moving forward. Now, I have been in MIA for about a week, going through a lot of different things, the passing of a friend, and, you know, just kind of getting back on track. And ever since I've been gone, we've had Mercury station come back online, and Saturn retrograde. Okay, so we have Saturn retrograde here at 25 degrees Aquarius, and we're gonna watch it move back, really get closer to Pluto. So this is again where, you know, we're gonna be going and backtracking through these areas where we had the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, which, you know, sparked off the whole pandemic thing. So we can see a lot of that type of energy come back. But also, it is making this square with Mercury. So, square with Mercury and the star Algol here. Okay. Now, Mercury is in Taurus, so it does have us really trying to have our thoughts focused on what is the most valuable things that we could even communicate, but also focus our mental power on. With Algol here, obviously this is what rules alcohol. This is what rules being intoxicated, right? So this can be where we get a little, you know, off balance when it comes to the thoughts that we're thinking and how we communicate and who we're communicating with. So this is, I would say, make sure that who we're communicating with and who we're spending this mental power on is actually of the highest value, because in Taurus, this is the highest, most valuable things in life. Okay? If these things aren't bringing you to a better place, or these people aren't helping you see your value or give more value to your quality of life, then this would actually be a very bad thing to focus on. Okay? So, again, North Node is here trying to get us to make sure that we're moving towards this place of value in life right now, of higher value than we've already been in. Okay? So, yeah, also, Mercury is making this aspect to Neptune. So, again, in Pisces. So, are we delusional about what we should be focused on here? And really, in Pisces, it can go two ways. So we can be focused on things of spiritual quality. And that's what I would recommend today, is making sure that we're seeking our higher selves and focusing all of that mental power that we have now, because Mercury's back online. It's not red, right? And the nodes, they go in and out of being red and black because they kind of shift really slightly and move back and forward, but they're mathematical points. So we don't consider them retrograde. But as you can see, Saturn is retrograde. Pluto is retrograde, right? And the star Regulus is a fixed point. So, some of these stars, like I said, it moves very minutely back and forth. So we don't consider these things retrograde. But yeah, so, and again, this Neptune is also making this aspect to Saturn. So moving forward is kind of hazy, right? If you don't have or haven't made a choice on your direct mission right now, then really you can kind of feel lost. What should I do? Where should I go? Am I even in the right place? Is my reality correct? So Mars, which is right here, and I'm gonna actually erase a lot of this. Mars at 9 degrees Aries, and Jupiter here. Terrible. Let's do it again. It's trying to get us to really realize that we can move forward, and it has a lot to do with our beliefs and what we're identifying with, right? So what do we identify with wholly, right? On both sides, on the ego, but as our soul as well. Mars is at home here, so moving forward is still a really, really supported thing by the universe. Moving forward into new things is still very much supported. So, this is where we really need to be real with ourselves in the choices that we're making, and not staying stagnant in the same energy, in the same cycles. This is where those things will kind of have us self-destruct, or at least stay stuck. And we're not trying to stay stuck. I don't know about you. I'm not trying to stay stuck. I'm trying to move forward here, right? Because we have Venus at 10 degrees, Taurus, which also ignites all of this Taurus energy here, right? So the most value the highest value is accentuated. Um, Anything that doesn't feel valuable right now is not where we need to be at all. And that is where we will see a lot of us fall from grace. Really, if we've been on top of the world, making successful moves, doing all this stuff, and we get caught up in these lower vibrational energies, then this is where you can see the highest of the high fall. Okay. And the part of fortune, which we don't always talk about. This is the part of fortune here. This is where the highest fortune can come from, especially with it now in Taurus. This is real, really good time to move into the things that you value the most. It doesn't matter if it's material, because really material things are supported in Taurus. Okay, so I would say that, if we're looking at material things, this would be awesome for, like, if you need a new car, or if you need like I was saying earlier, valuable equipment that is more of an investment towards the future that you're trying to build. Okay, so today is an awesome day for things like that. Anything else is a distraction. Okay, so let's see what we have in these cards. I'm happy to be back. I love doing this. Also, I had a wonderful reading with a client over this past week. So I still have been doing astrology and natal chart readings and stuff like that. So, hey, if you want to book me, that's awesome. If not, it's great. I usually charge $100, but I'll do discounts, half off for now until a month from now. How about that? You can hold me to it. Okay? I'm with it. But I go deep. I do layers. I do progress charts. I don't care really too much about time limits, but I try to keep it on like an hour. But I go into the progress charts. I'm going into your human design. And then I'll be doing destiny cards or cardology, and letting you know, giving you a pretty good forecast based off of that as well. So you're getting a bunch of information that can help you move forward and have a better understanding. If not, it's all good. Can't really trip. Really? There we go. Barbaric with the alphanumeric. Give it a good shuffle. I appreciate anybody who's watching live. You're awesome. Drop a comment. Let me know if you can hear the fans in here, because it's hot in here. So I kind of want to keep the fans on, but if, it gets a little distracting, then I will turn them off until I can get an air conditioning in this situation we got here. Okay, so let's see. Card of today. We have, hold on. We have the 5 of Cups. Upright. Okay. So, well, it's interesting that I pulled this card, because I'm going through a loss of a close friend that actually helped me set all this stuff up here. And we all are going through it, really. All of his really close friends were like family. So, this is where we can kind of be getting over a loss, or, having some regrets about the choices that we're making. So today we don't want to run into that, right? This is where we want to not allow ourselves to be in a place of regret, because if we are not making moves of the highest value right now, then we will look back and ask why we didn't do that. Okay? So that's my warning for you. We really should have already been on our path, but that's okay, because it takes each of us our own time frame and our own pace to figure it out. But there are times when the universe is supporting these choices and supporting these moves, and there's time where it's not as much. And to be honest, it's not always when it's a Mercury retrograde where you don't want to make moves. This was a great Mercury retrograde to make certain moves that you've been planning and have already got the details about and stuff like that. But now that Saturn is retrograde, this is going to have us go back through a lot of, these lessons that we need to learn about ourselves, and figuring out exactly what it is where we need to be, and, what our goals truly are. What is our mission, right? So I hope that helps. And until next time, one love.
Cause your vibe it be different, can shine in your eyes when I'm missing. Your body Ferrari, but your mind is my interest. You find in the sky, we gon' ride the eclipse like a Mercury transit.